Okay, I want to thank Charles Chamberlain for this incredible gift that he sent us. He's Thomas Lawson's grandson. He's also a grandson of George Earl Chamberlain, who was two-term senator, one-term governor of Oregon. And his uncle, Thomas Lawson McCall, was also governor of Oregon. Samuel McCall was governor of Massachusetts, so he's politically connected. Republicans on one side, Democrats on the other, environmental governors, and actually George Earl Chamberlain was huge in the women's suffrage unit, which is interesting. He was a Democrat that was elected in a Republican state by a pretty large majority, which was unusual at that time. So he contacted Scituate Historical, and he had a storeroom, a storage locker in Portland. He lives in San Diego. He was going to clean it out. Would we be interested? We said absolutely. So he was curious as to Lawson in Scituate and articles that he couldn't actually get through, you know, say the Boston Globe Archives, the New York Times, which we have. I had a lot of them on my computer. I sent him article after article after article. I think maybe we butted him up a little bit, and he might have given us more than we thought we were going to get. But yeah, it was incredible. It's just our archives are going. We have a new archive space we're doing, and it's probably going to be full again. But I'd like to thank CPC very much for that. That was huge. They've taken very good care of us. We're going to do a Lawson exhibit in the Schoolhouse. If anyone wants to come up and check it out, it's in the works now. We'll have an exhibit here. And please join our organization. We could use all the members we can we can get, and we have plenty of positions if someone wants to volunteer to take people up Lawson's Tower, go to the grist mill, any of our sites. We have about 12 sites that we take care of now, which is huge for any historical society on the South Shore, probably maybe even in the country. It's just incredible, and it's volunteers, which is amazing. And they are incredible. They do a great job. ScituateHistoricalSociety.org is our website, or they can stop by the Red Schoolhouse. We'd love to have them.
Bob's going to open this first package. All right. Oh, there's a whole listing in here.
We have some great bubble wrap.
Right. This is silver. This is silver. And each one has been done up in a... Oh boy. We're going to need your knife again. I don't know what that is.
That's a little box. Look at
Oh, and
earrings.
it's got some pearl earrings in a little jewelry box.
Oh, wow.
A silver jewelry box.
You can set them over here.
Yeah, I'll take it over and you can undo the next one. Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow. Bob, the note says these belong to Mary Lawson. Did you tell who Mary Lawson is?
Excuse me?
It says it all belongs to Mary Lawson. Do you know who Mary Lawson
Yeah,
is?
that was Thomas Lawson's sister.
Okay. This silver belongs to Mary Lawson. And Mary Lawson was Tom Lawson's sister. Okay? Is that correct?
It is.
All right.
This is a cufflink, by the way. Cufflink.
All right. There's the listing.
What's it say on the bottom?
It says Tiffany.
Tiffany, of course.
And it says Mary, Christmas 1913, Mary Will. And it's also a beautiful silver and gold. There we go. This is so nice.
Well packed. Look at that.
All right. There we go. This may be to hold perfume. And it has a scene on it. Chased silver. Look at that.
Oh.
And even the bottles are etched. Wow. This is a real treasure trove. Haha. All right. A lovely, yes, mirror and brush set for dressing table. Merry Christmas, 1913. Beautiful. Another little box. Her last name was Will, Mary Will.
No, that's what Thomas is saying, signing it Will.
Yeah.
Mary was the favorite aunt, to say the least. If anything happened, she stepped up and fight.
Ah. Wow.
Ooh,
I'm so glad you have a knife.
should have brought a bigger one. Oh, Charles did a good job wrapping, that's for sure.
He may have had help.
Yeah.
All right. Well, another bottle.
It is
There was something on the top.
right there. Yes.
Here. Oh, here you go.
All right.
Whoop,
I'm not quite sure how it goes,
whoop.
but that top is
Is it?
not good. And another top. So there must be another bottle with a top.
3 tops, maybe they go in the perfume.
Oh, they go with the perfumer.
Right here. Like that.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
gorgeous. Right. I don't have a knife either. They're all done up very well in tape.
I'll put you to work.
Oh, I have a shoehorn. This is more on a vanity set. Oh no. A shoe brush. A shoe brush and a shoehorn. They were all 1913.
There we go.
Oh my. A little pill bottle. Jar. It's interesting that the outside is gold with a little bow on the top. Did
That
we?
goes right in there. Believe it or not.
Oh, this was quite a dresser set. Is that the end of it?
Well, got this. That's the end of that box.
Okay. Oh. 2 little receivers. How you doing, Mary?
Good. Very fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, this is a button hook, a shoe hook. Look at that. Have you gotten this far yet? Yeah. I'm going to put these back
No, that's his sister.
in this box. There we go.
Yeah, one more.
One more. Oops.
So,
Oh, a Christmas spoon. That's what I call it anyway. And little other little spoons.
Thomas Lawson's daughter Dorothy moved to Oregon. Can you hear me? Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Okay, she moved to Oregon, and Thomas Lawson went out and bought her a farm, a ranch, 640 acres, built a huge mansion, 5 bathrooms, which was unheard of in Oregon at that time, and prized animals and soup to nuts. And Mary Lawson was Thomas Lawson's sister, which was all the children's favorite aunt. Anytime something happened, she was the one that was called in if the kids were sick or whatever. Thomas Lawson had a place in Maine, and she was up there. When he went to hide, he'd go up and see his sister in Maine, and no one knew where he was. They'd say, "Where is he?" "He's in Maine with her."
It was Bar Harbor, right?
Yes.
They had a big place at Bar Harbor.
so this is her stuff. This is
No,
like,
this is the stuff that
It's a mixture.
that they had of hers, because she never married, she never had kids. So her stuff was basically whoever had it, I guess. And she must have gone out to visit and ended up in Portland.
Want some scissors?
Bob, what was the name of the estate on the west coast?
Western Wald.
Western Wall.
Go.
Uh-huh.
Let's look at the string on it.
Well, let's see. This must
That's the ranch.
be,
That's Prineville.
this must be the ranch. Whoop. Western Wold. Can you get it?
Tom Lawson's built a house in Situate, he called them a cottage, for each of his daughters. Dorothy moved to Oregon, so he went out for 3 weeks, ended up staying 3 months.
This is an interior shot
He kept,
of it. And notice the saddle on the saddle post there. Okay.
Is there an inventory list in there, Bob?
I didn't see one yet. This, I believe, is Douglas Lawson, which is one of his sons. He actually went out, and he had a ranch called the Twinkle Twinkle Farm area, am I right?
No kidding.
And he raised pigs.
It looks like he was also in the Army. That's
He
an Army.
was, they were, in World War I, 4 of them were in the service, Marion and Gladys. Oh, come on. There we go.
There you go. Whoop.
Whoop,
All right.
there we go.
There's no name on this. Oh, Brother Douglas Goes to War, 1916. So I'm
Is
going.
this Douglas's one?
Yes, it looks like it.
Yeah, we can make a mess of this stuff.
Yeah.
What's interesting about Douglas is he was in Oregon in World War I, his troop was activated. They couldn't get a hold of him. He actually was summoned into court because he wasn't active. They sent him to Texas. Thomas Lawson sent 1,000 books down to this group because he thought they should have literature.
Now this is not. This one, oh, it says unknown on
Unknown.
the back.
Well, we don't know who it is. We'll have to figure
Wouldn't
it
be
out.
Arnold, would it?
No.
No. Okay.
This one's starting to come apart,
Uh-oh.
so I'll have to leave that there.
Oh. Now who is this? This one is called, this has Bunny on the back. Bunny is the youngest
Jean.
daughter, and her name was Jean, but her nickname was Bunny. She was always known as Bunny. Very, very pretty girl.
It's pretty.
Be careful of the top of that one. Uh-huh.
It's got the screen in the background, Dave.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is Thomas Lawson
With,
with his wife right here.
oh,
And
that's his daughter.
that's his daughter. And 3 children.
Oh, let's see that.
It's kind of not too good. It was taken by Henry Havelock Pierre, New York. That must be Dorothy then. Well, Thomas Lawson was larger than life. He really was.
This whole West Coast part I've never heard of.
That's
Right.
from the studio. Look at that.
Dorothy McCall. Oh, this is later in life. This is,
Keep your eye out for a piece of frame,
right,
Bob. This broke in traveling, I think.
That did?
Piece of
Okay.
frame
right.
about 3
Okay,
inches
I'm
long.
sorry. That's Dorothy.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is Mr. Lawson himself.
Thanks.
Got a lot of foam in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a mess.
Whoop. Do you need a pair of scissors?
Yeah, go ahead. Cut right through.
I don't think
What
I...
was cool about Lawson is he hired a photographer, basically almost full-time, that would take pictures of everything. he had books of his estate printed for all his kids. So there's a ton of photos around, and, or there were at that time. Thomas Marr, who was a very famous photographer, was his photographer of note. And I'm sure when he went out west, he had a photographer out there taking pictures, because he liked people to know what he was doing. Publicity was his thing, to say the least. Whoop. Little frame.
Oh, this is a wedding.
Yeah. So that's Dorothy, I
Right.
assume.
Dorothy was a winter bride. Beautiful.
That must be the kids.
This must be some of her children. Tom McCall here, Bibbs McCall here, and Henry McCall there. Now, Tom McCall became governor of Oregon. This young man here.
I'll tell you more about Tom Lawson McCall later. You want to step him out the
Okay. Yep.
Let's see, where's it taped?
Okay. All right. Another picture. Oh, isn't that nice? This is
Bunny, I think.
W. Lawson, Jean Chandler Lawson, known as Bunny,
The youngest daughter.
youngest daughter. Oh my goodness. The team.
That is, Hal McCall played baseball for Harvard, so I assume this is the Harvard baseball team. When Lawson bought his estate, he went out, he bought up 640 acres. When he got there, Prineville was playing baseball against the next town. So what happened was the next town hired a semi-professional baseball team to come down. They won the first game, smoked Prineville. The next game, I think they kind of wanted to lose because if they got more money if they played 3 games. Hal McCall was a baseball player. He played in the second game and they actually won, so it's tied up. The third game, Prineville's getting beat 9-0. Thomas Lawson has bet $1,000 on this baseball game because he always had $10,000 bills in his wallet. So he bets $1,000. They take a break. It's 9-0. They're losing. He says those famous words. He goes over to the other dugout. He said, "Drinks are on me." He got everyone drunk, and Prineville won 10-9.
Here's another picture of Thomas Lawson.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that would be.
Well, that's probably his son's house, but I'm not sure.
And this looks like it's at the nest.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. With his bulldog with him.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, isn't this nice? Dorothy McCall.
She ice skated in Paris and Quebec.
Look at her. Wow.
It is.
Oh, there she is. They traveled. No, this is Marion Lawson,
Marion,
question mark.
that's the-
That would be one of the older daughters.
Yeah. That's Dorothy.
Oh, this is another one of
Lawson McCall.
Yeah, another one of Dorothy Lawson McCall. Why don't you do your little talk here?
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know, but this, oh, that's more pictures?
Mm.
This is an alien in the back.
That's what it says, yeah.
And this is Dorothy.
That's Dorothy, yes. What a treasure trove. We are so pleased. Oh my goodness. This is heavy.
Think that goes from the estate?
I think it's definitely Lawson.
Ah,
Oh, look.
this says Verses by O. Henry, and it is beautifully done. And
It's written by Thomas to his daughter Dorothy,
yeah,
1913.
1913. This is very heavy. I don't know if you can see that or not. Wow. And now we come to the really good stuff. Thank you. Pair of mittens.
What they're made of, we're not sure. I don't know. They might be ermine.
Well, they're beautiful. Now we got to be careful of these things.
Yeah.
Ah, I think these must be wedding shoes. I don't know what that's from, but
There you go.
oh, we really have to have some place to display these. Suede? No, velvet wedding shoes. Velvet wedding shoes. And
Now we
this,
have, this is the wedding dress. We're not sure who it is.
oh, I'm sorry.
Pull that right out.
Will it come?
There it comes.
All right. Yes, thank you. We're going to go get some gloves for this.
We can use the mittens.
I know. It's a tablecloth with hand crocheted edging. And I don't know, and this is embroidery, it's not painted on, it's embroidery.
Embroidered, probably in China.
I don't know, someone to put a lot of work. Wow. Oh, look at this. No, it's a coat of some kind, I think. No, it's a cape. It's a cape. That would, well, this is around this. This is where it fastens. Oh yeah, and the tassel probably went with it. A little dress. Isn't that the cutest thing?
Oh, there's the nurse, there's the hat.
Yep. Oh yes. There is a picture when the troops came home in 1919. The children appeared because there was a big to-do when they came back, and Governor McCall talked, and the children appeared as well. So this
The apron goes, oh, a nurse.
yes, right. All right, this is true. This is the Bridal Veil, and this is ermine right here. Okay, and then of course
It's like a little hard
pearls.
to get my head around. Like, this is one of those.
I rather doubt it because they're on wire. Oh, this is a treasure trove. A real treasure trove. Okay. Oh, an underskirt for the bride. Oh, and look, they've put they've stuffed the sleeves so that the fur won't be ruined. Right. And that looks, it's on velvet. And these, and this is ermine. You can see the little tails.
Instead of protesting, and they kept it.
And they stuffed the sleeves so that they would be fine. Yeah.
This is magnificent.
And it had a little train to it too. Look, she got into stuff. But look at that. Oh my goodness.
That's magnificent.
Ah.
Wow.
Imagine that's all hand embroidered. And it's on velvet. Very fine velvet. Wow. Silk velvet. Beautiful. Wow.
Dorothy Lawson was the snow bride. She got married at Dreamworld, and Tom Lawson, there's a rumor that he could get what he wanted. It only snowed at Dreamworld that day. That was the snowstorm. It was at Dreamworld. It was all lit up with Japanese lanterns. He had the back veranda or porch was enclosed for the guests. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
And then they opened up the show horse stable, I believe, to the employees. They all celebrated the daughters' weddings there also. They said, yeah, he asked a couple of Portuguese fishermen one day what time high tide was. They said, whenever you want it to be, Mr. Lawson. What we have here is Mary Lawson's, I guess what you would say her makeup
We're gonna have it.
kit or whatever. Mary was Thomas Lawson's sister. She was also his children's favorite aunt. She was the one that when something happened, they were called in. She was up in Maine, and when Thomas Lawson wanted to hide, he would go to visit her in Maine. It was actually his estate, his place up there, but he would go and visit her. She would travel with him when they went on trips, and she died shortly after Lawson did of a stroke. Some photographs. I believe this is the Nest, one of his bulldogs. The white linen suit, which he was famous for, and the Panama hat. And I believe he's got the red Lawson carnation, which he paid $30,000 for the rights to have it named after his wife. He eventually sold it back. He made his money back, and he said he got $1 million worth of free advertising out of it. Later in life, Thomas Lawson, he's a little older. You notice he still has the carnation in his boutonniere. He would take the train to Boston, and one of the local girls said, you know, I like carnations. So the next day he threw a whole pile of carnations on her lap on the Lawson Express. This is Thomas Lawson's daughter, Dorothy. Her son became the governor of Oregon, Thomas Lawson McCall. Basically, she kind of almost ran the state. She tried to call her son in Washington, and she got Lyndon Johnson by mistake, and they had a great conversation. She was known to get her way. That's her. Oh, we got dupes. Unknown. I don't know who that is. Douglas Lawson, the second son. World War I, he was a veteran. World War I, he went to war. He was stationed in Texas at first, and Lawson thought that the troops needed books, so he sent 1,000 books down to him. And there's Douglas again. This is the 640-acre ranch in Oregon, Prineville, on the Bend River. Inside the ranch, if you look, you can see silver and knickknacks, and he had quite a library. Lawson actually sent a trainload of stuff out to Oregon. It took 8 wagons to bring it to the estate. The first 4 wagons made it. The second one, the driver stopped and picked up 260 gallons of gasoline, which he wasn't supposed to do because nothing was insured from the train station to the house. And everything burnt, including Dorothy's silver. Whoop. Thomas Lawson with his grandchildren. There were 2 twins. Dorothy actually had 4 children altogether. And her daughter Dorothy is the one that Charles Chamberlain is the son of, that gave us this incredible collection. So that is Dorothy skating, and I know she skated in Quebec City and also in Paris, because he sent his daughters to Europe for a broader education. She would have tea with like someone like Mark Twain or meet the Pope, maybe. Hal played baseball for Harvard, so I believe this is his baseball team at Harvard. He ended up playing in Oregon also. That's his younger daughter, Jean. Jean ended up marrying a diplomat. She was in China. The first husband passed away. She married another diplomat, and she was in Europe. They left before the Nazi occupation. She ended up moving to Washington, D.C. I called up John Pierce, who was the head of the National Historic Trust for Preservation. Guess who his neighbor was? Bunny Lawson. Small world. And here's some of his grandchildren, Thomas Lawson's grandchildren. All his grandchildren were born in Dreamwald, and he had nurses that took care of their every wish. They actually, a lot of them went to school here. They would go to school in a limousine with Tom Lawson in the back, and you would tell them stories about whatever. They said it was pretty interesting. Okay, when his wife mentioned that one spot they stopped at would be a nice place for a farm, he bought 350 acres and started his farm. He had 1,000 employees or workers, 200 teams of horses, and he started in 1901. 1902, this is what he had. 1 year, he built this huge estate. Soup to nuts. And what's interesting about this is the show estate. This is what he would show you. He also had a huge complex of working buildings. He had a working farm up on the utility road section. He almost owned to the ocean, and he was very proud of this. He had his own photographer take pictures of the estate, publish it in books for him. The German Agricultural Society came. He had the photographer print a book just for them. It probably cost him $9,000 to give him a free book of his estate.